So from one island to another, Puerto Rico to Ireland, they'll do it again. A rematch of the 2022 Fight of the Year, but this time in Ireland.
The morning after. What a fantastic night of fights last night. I mean, the women put it on. That Amanda Serrano fight against Cruz was a blood fest, slug fest, everything you want in a prize fight, everything you want in a fight, especially for Undisputed. Cruz was not trying to let that belt go. She was trying to be undisputed, and kudos to her. She had a very awkward style. I mean, but Amanda Serrano did what she had to do. Boxing at times, fighting at times. She had to do all those things to try to pull that fight out. Rightfully so, undisputed. Alicia Baumgardner, same thing, becoming undisputed. McCallett had a fantastic right hand, and what I saw from Alicia Baumgardner is everything. Her ability to punch, hurting McCallett, but on top of that, her ability to swim without getting wet, showing some boxing ability, showing the ability to regroup after letting her hands go, becoming a fighter, then becoming a boxer. Her ability to take a punch and showing that endurance and showing that grit. She punched herself out numerous times in that fight, and she showed grit to endure, to keep going, to be successful. She really pulled that fight out and showed why that she's a champion. But here's the best part, is that Alicia Baumgardner, when she became undisputed, she didn't say anything that would imply that she'll be ducking Mayer in a rematch. No, she wants Mayer. Mayer's in the crowd. Crowd went crazy. Alicia Baumgardner being a real champion, not affected by the Mayweather effect, right? I'm going to say this again about Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor in the crowd, coming out undisputed versus undisputed in the four-belt era, making history. Don't forget, they already made history, putting women boxing on the map with Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, following that with Mayer and Baumgardner, following that and just keeping that ball rolling, not affected by the Mayweather effect. And this is what I mean. The Mayweather effect, and I've explained it a few times, is not that Mayweather was a duck at all. It was it was Mayweather's impact. He was so impactful that people missed his grind. People missed his Pretty Boy Floyd days. People don't even really think about who he fought. He has one of the best resumes ever. But he said certain things about the A side. He said certain things about belts collecting nothing but dust. He said certain things about fighting for the money and stuff like that and remaining undefeated. And it impacted a lot of boxers in a negative way. What I mean by in a negative way, for boxing fans. Let me get my black two sugars. It's snowing. You see the snow out there. But I want to say this. Women's boxing, the product is amazing. Savagery, blood, guts, all those things. The product is amazing. I am ready for it to make a change. I think Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor can help make this change. 3-minute rounds for 12 rounds. I think they can start making that change now. And that can improve the product even more. I also want to say that I don't think the women would have ever been affected by the Mayweather effect because they were too overlooked. They didn't have the privilege to be impacted by the Mayweather effect. Also, I don't think the lower weight classes like flyweight, anything featherweight, bantamweight, I don't think that they had the privilege to be impacted by the Mayweather effect. All right. But I want to go further. The impact of the Mayweather effect is just a generational thing. It's just an era thing, rather. It's those right after them. The Keith One-Time Thurman and all those boys. Everybody right after, like, think about it, right after them. Errol Spence, Terrence Bud Crawford, but not Sugar Shakur Stevenson. Not these boys now, Javante Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. Not these boys now, Devin the Dream Haney. Do the Devin Haney. Not them boys. Good. It didn't have a long-lasting effect. Everything is going back to what it was. Look at that. Look at Boassa versus Hitchens, how they got in the ring already. And I want to say this about Eddie Hearn and Hitchens, next level, bro. I want to say this about Eddie Hearn. Is Eddie Hearn, I want to ask you guys in comments, is he the best promoter? I want to say that because if you want to be sure that a promoter is going to put his fighter in a fight where he can be at a disadvantage or unlikely to win, and I mean back to back to back, Eddie Hearn's going to do it. You get no, that's why his fighters lose so much. You get no inkling that he's trying to protect his fighters, right? Canelo Alvarez, go over to Eddie Hearn, Bill tax that ass. It's just what that seems to be what Eddie Hearn does. And I'm not saying that it's Eddie Hearn's decisions either. I think he allows the fighters to be fighters and make their decisions. Fighters want to go up against the best. Fighters don't want to be seen as ducks, right? I'm going to end by saying this. Somebody made a comment last night and said, man, we haven't had undisputed in heavyweight division since Lennox Lewis, right? And when I was talking about that goes to the Mayweather effect with AJ and Deontay Wilder never getting it on. Tyson Fury, AJ. We haven't had an undisputed heavyweight since Lewis. With the women, we have multiple time undisputed, but on top of that, we have Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, 4-belt era undisputed women fighting each other May 20th. That is unheard of, okay? And it's embarrassing. But I think we're going to get our shit together. Boxing, period. We're going to get our shit together. Fantastic live stream last night. I want to give a shout out to Zoe. Zoe, you are a very funny person. I looked back at the live stream last night. You are on the low, extremely funny, Zoe. I want to tell you that because I've been seeing your comments, and you are clever, witty, and very funny. Sadate is the comedian of the War Room, but you are very funny. Charles Baker, you know he's funny. Jay Cooley, he's hilarious. There's a lot of you guys who are very funny. If I'm missing any of you, you guys are very, Daryl Alexander, very funny. Charles Edward Cheese is getting very funny. But Zoe, you on the low. Alex is a comedian, but Zoe on the low, you're funny. But I would love to know what you all think in the comments below. I'm very excited about the future of boxing. I think this community has something to do with it. I think we uplift the sport, and I think we apply enough pressure to the boxer so the boxer can realize who they are. We shed light to who boxers really are inside these fighters, and that they really want these fights, and they can explore who they are, and reach their levels, and cement a legacy and try to be a great showbiz. Well, don't let me know how you all feel in the comments below. We have a great future ahead of us, especially women. And I think last night is another great example why I add women and men to the same pound for pound list, because they're both going for greatness equally. And I just want that to be at least highlighted from me. It doesn't have to be highlighted from the boxing world, but from me, I see you. All right. On top of that, the product that they put on was just absolutely fantastic. I'm out.